League Racing is officially back. We are here for Premier Sim Gaming Leagues, better known as PSGL, and we have some news. I am in Tier 7. Yes, number 7 on PC with no assists. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. I submitted 3 time trial times and they decided I was Tier 7 worthy. So today we're going to find out if I really am Tier 7 pace. So let's get to it. The calendar, I would have put that on screen, but today we start out in Austria and then we'll see what happens in the future. One race at a time, but this one though, surely we have to win, right? Alright, so we're a little bit on the clock. We are a little bit late. Now the reason I'm late is because I was quickly double checking some stream settings, as of course it's my first proper league race back. I was also trialing a few things on my stream at the time and wanted to make sure everything was working well. So we are a little bit against the clock to get 4 timed runs in. Not a great turn 1, but we move. Now this currently is our first lap. Currently, according to the game, purple in sector 1 up by a 10th on P15. Not a great turn 3, but we also move. Although so far doesn't seem to be going to plan. Not really a great start to the lap. All the corners so far have been mid. That was a bit better. Decent turn 4, we'll take that. That was okay. Now my personal best I believe is 1 minute 2.9 or 1 minute 02.9 in Grand Prix mode as an idea. Okay, through there as well. That wasn't. Hit the bump, ran a bit wide, understeer. Right, let's get this lap on the board anyways. So that's going to be more or less the time we're aiming for. I would say a sub 103. Through the last corner. That was a cautious first one. Nothing special. Nothing special. More to be found. How do we end up in Tier 7? I'll explain the process of how the tier system works. To my knowledge, we had 3 time trials to submit. Spa, Suzuka, and Spain. What they do is they basically take the 3 laps you post and add the times together. So 1 minute 30, 1 minute 30, 1 minute 30 equals 4 minute 30. So then they basically just put all those times into, you know, a combined standings. In my case, I was clearly not very quick and I was put in Tier 7. Right, come on. Let's carry a bit more speed and take a bit more risk here. Right, let's get to it then. Second attempt. We are a bit tight for time, so if it isn't any good, we can always back out and go again. We've got plenty of tyres for it. As Kai goes quickest, 1 minute 03.0, which is more or less what I expect pole to be. Potentially at a higher 102.9. Sector 1, not great, not terrible. I bogged down a bit too much there, but that was the issue. Just at the hairpin just now, we lost the revs a little bit. Car bogged down and we lost momentum, so we lost our small advantage. And we also struggle here as well. Not ideal, come on. Big handful of opposite lock at turn 4 as we now head through turn 6. Trying to push the track limits all the way up to the white line. Bit too early on the turn in through there, which isn't ideal. No, terrible. Terrible. To the point where I'm going to bail out of this. Could have finished a lap, sure, but I might be able to get 2 more runs in if I'm quick enough here. Let's try a lap. If it's no good, we abort. Simple as that. So let's see. 3.5 minutes to go on the clock. This should be doable in terms of time if we have to back out and go again. But underway then. Looking to try and put the lap together. Turn 1, bring the car to the left. At the 50 nearly, you brake to 4th gear. That was a good exit though. Good start. That really is a good start. Over a 10th up as we now approach the Sector 1 split.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
15.6 Sector 1 looking pretty decent as we now get the exit. Bogged down a little bit too much there. We knew there was time on the exit of turn 3. Didn't quite find it, but we still have a decent advantage heading towards turn 4. Rotate the car on the inside curb, get the traction down, and that's also a decent enough exit as we now head into turn 6. Try and stay tight and then use every bit of the curb on the exit, very close on the track limits this time. We don't turn in early, but we hit the bump and we understeer wide. Nope. And again, that's going to hurt us, so I'm actually going to gamble here, thinking I can do better. To be fair, going out again is going to be tight, but I'll give it a go. Here we go. So this is it. Final lap in qualifying. We make it with 10 seconds just about on the clock as we get started. Turn 1. On the anchors at around 60 meters. Use all the curb on the exit and get the drive. Not as quick as the last run. We're about 300ths down. Make it 400ths, but still, it's okay. We do a 15.6 in the first sector again. Get the car turned and squared up. I can't put it together right now. I really can't. But I'm still struggling. We're nearly a 10th down what we was doing last run at this point. Now though, into turn 4, we brake super late and get the exit. That was good though through there. And for the first time, we've put it together now and found some time as we're nearly 2/10 up. Through turn 6, we stay nice and tight this time, get a good exit. And then crucially, through turn 7, we caress the inside curb. No bump hit, no understeer, and we find a full 1/10 of a second. And now we're cooking. The last 2 corners remain. Track limits, critical here. Throw it into 9, cut turn 10, use every bit. That's a decent recovery. Decent recovery, that. Decent last lap. Absolutely insane. Ryan Jacobs on pole, but look at the gaps. Look at the gaps. The top 5 covered by a 1/4 of a 10th. Ridiculous. The top 7 within a 10th and the top 10 within 3/10 of a second. It really is close here, Austria, but I'm gutted because my turn 1 and turn 2 were horrific. If we had done anything remotely close to the previous run, which we abandoned in those first 2 corners, it could have been an easy pole. So, look, I'll take it. It's a good start. Qualifying has always been my Achilles heel in league racing for a long time now, and it seems we've finally found our level here in Tier 7. So, I'll take it, and we're now going to head into the race and see exactly how this all translates in terms of race pace. Oh, crap. Fuck. I hate it. Why is the freaking D-pad mapped to the input on the wheel? Fuck. Right, anyway, that might have ruined my strategy. Wow, I've actually shafted myself. I meant to go hard on the allocation and I've gone balanced. I don't have another hard tyre. We improvise. Here we go. Right, lights on then. Austria, round 1. Like the video, guys. Subscribe if you're going to enjoy. And let's lights out. And away we go for a brand new league racing season. Good start. Good launch. Oh, not a lot of grip. Scruffy turn 1 there. Big handful of opposite lock. And we had to catch it. So we lost out on potentially passing Scott here for P3. We've got Tatubi behind in the McLaren on hard tyres, having a browse down the inside. I'm going to leave space as we hopefully should be able to beat him in a traction battle on a medium, but so far he's doing pretty well to hang in there. We're going to have to go to the outside, heading towards turn 4. We should find the grip here. Late on the brakes, long way around, and we accelerate better. Can't let him get by, he's on the hard tyres. We don't want that. So the strategy was meant to be medium, hard, hard. That's kind of gone out the window now. So I'm going to have to do a double medium, which isn't the plan. So I might have to extend my stints a little bit. Also, first time really experiencing that dirty year in a league race, I think, today. We'll see how that affects things. So we've settled in. Lap 3, P4. You've heard my strategy issues where we've got the allocation wrong. I really can't tell what my wings are like compared to everyone else. I think we're okay. I don't think we're like super fast on the straight or super slow. I think my wings were a bit low in qualifying, but for the race they're actually near enough perfect. But yeah, we've picked the wrong allocation, so we're going to have to modify our strat for this one and run a medium, hard, medium. Oops, not ideal. We'll just try a 55 bias for a bit. Now we're doing that to just try and mitigate rear overheating, rear tyre wear and put it on the front. Oh, crap. What happened there? And we get the first bit of battling on lap 5 between the leaders. Kai, Scott, they're also going at it. And quite a bit of slicing and dicing, changing off position. We're going to try and get close. But Dirty Air, I can't lie, it's a real killer around this track as well. Right then, Kai drops down. Bit of a mistake. Turn 3. Now we do have 2 Kais here. Kai in the Mercedes and Formula Kai in the V-Cub. So that won't be easy. We'll have to try and make that clear throughout the season. I'm going to try and sneak attack. Opportunity knocks. Battery out of turn 7. Getting the run, but didn't feel like I was going to get given room there. And actually Kai runs off track, probably getting a track limit warning. So wise to not try and go side by side there, because I would have got run out of road. And that could have been pretty bad for us. So On to lap 6, still P4, status quo continues, but the top 3 have basically inverted around. Doesn't help he's lagging a little bit. Oh wow. P6 in the pits already, off the medium tyre. So now it begins, strategy. Those who have the 2 hards available can box early and get rid of this medium tyre. I'm probably going to box lap 11. Now, we're going to have to take the pain in this first stint, which means we'll likely get undercut by everybody, and we might lose a few net positions once we box. But if we take the pain now, we can then push and fight in the rest of the race. So that's the plan. For now, let's get past Kai, try and leapfrog onto Ryan Jacobs up ahead, and just take it 1 lap at a time and just see how we get on. Not a great turn 1, I needed it to be better than that. I'm way too heavy on fuel. Could have gone way less than this. 1 stop's out of the picture for me. Yep, tyre wear too high for me personally. I think a few people are going to gamble for the 1 stop, as Kai was a bit pedestrian there. Right, that's my time to push. Not the best pit entry. We do have the DRS though on Ryan on the pit straight, thanks to Kai. So we'll likely get within his DRS heading into the next zone. So now we push and close in again. So from this lap I can now pit. But do I? That's the thing. Alright, he's pitting. I'll go 1 more. I don't mind. I'll take the pain of 1 more lap. We'll take the pain of this strategy now. I didn't get DRS, surprise on it.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
This pitting is really awkward. Like, we're just having to either brake or miss our apex on purpose to avoid contact, but it's really costing me time. Not being able to go flat out committed through turn 9, and now you're seeing the Tubi and also the Sauber behind looking for a move on the hard compound tyres, which are now probably the better race tyre. So staying out the extra lap probably isn't going to help, as we've definitely lost time in this one. I don't mind this. If the Sauber behaves, let them know that I'm pitting straight away. Now the Sauber did behave, to be fair. We're making our move early to let him know that we're boxing. He's actually burning battery here to get ahead before the pit entry, so smart racing there from both of us. And yeah, we're now going to box. Here we go. Right, good pit entry, conservative entry, but it will do. Right, onto the hard tyres. We've extended that stint, so we should be fine now to go hard medium to the end. Would have lost out a little bit, but we had to take the pain, so let's get back on it.
You only have to stop once now. 1 stop left.
Right, let's rejoin. It's going to be a lowly P13, which, yeah, it's to be expected. I know, I thought we'd get undercut by pretty much everyone. Right, clean air. It's not our accurate position. There's cars who yet have to box who are on different strategies, but yeah, we've got a few cars behind with pens. Plan right now though is to try and use my battery gradually and try to catch up and work my way into DRS, preferably without running out of my own battery, so that I can keep the pace up throughout the stint. Kai in the pit lane, that's looking like a 1 stop. So yeah, Formula Kai is going for the 1 stop, of course. We know Formula Kai from Creator Series. To be fair, Kai's cooking on the 1 stop. That could work quite well for him. And it really could, depending on how much everyone battles ahead. That could be the smart strat. We're still putting out these times. You can see they're matching our PB pretty much to a 10th, half a 10th. So we're consistent, and we're now back into the top 10 and now closing on the cars ahead. I need to catch this train, but I'm running out of battery. Oh. That means the car ahead will lose the DRS. That's my chance. First warning, all good. Now the Williams went for a spin, which means we gain a position for free, and that has left also the car ahead, Michael, here without DRS, so he's now going to suddenly slow down. He wasn't able to get back in range of Ryan Jacobs, and just like that, him not having DRS, we were much quicker, and we rapidly got into the back of him. Of course, we've also got fresher tyres as well. McLaren in for a reverse 1 stop, hard to medium, I think anyway. It could be hard medium to be fair, but that's a long way to go on mediums. I'm just trying to get a quick little recharge behind this Alpine, and then once we get that recharge we will get on our way. My plan is to get past, leapfrog, use DRS and try and launch onto Ryan and that group of cars ahead, which are 2 seconds up. Right, just let me go. Let's make use of this then, come on, we're in. Right, lovely stuff. This is the battle for the lead. These guys' tyres are going off, still on 1 warning. If I can delay that as long as possible, that would be great. Right, that's the last car to box, I believe. So this is our net position now. Everyone here is 2-stopping. Formula Kai is the one to look out for. Formula Kai is on a 1-stop in P8, so he's making this work, especially if we lose time in this train, which is really not ideal. Only thing is, car be fighting to not puncture at the end. The first car is in already. I think they're throwing their race away, boxing this early, so I'm not going to panic. Do my own race. It will come to us at the end. I don't want to go for it, but I might have to. Now, a lot has happened, but we're already seeing some of those cars who boxed, you know, for the hard tyre earlier around lap 8, boxing for their second set of hards, whereas we have to go to at least somewhere between lap 25 to 28, depending on how the race goes, to get that medium at the end. Basically have a good tyre all the way to the end. Kai's got a track limit penalty already. And a bit like in the first stint, it's the three of us again here, you know, battling away, and it's a carbon copy. Kai also struggling. We're going to have a timid look down the inside of turn 3 is the best way I'd describe it. Nothing happening from that though. Damn it. Doesn't help he's lagging a bit. I can't quite tell what he's doing. Battery. Oh no, this ain't great. Now for the third time this race, we're going to have a car pitting, disrupting our turn 9 and our general race pace. Alright, now we can push. But we're going to try and work with Ryan here and try and hopefully set some pace.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
We do have the freshest tyres here, I believe, so we can go for it. So we're going to go to lap 26, possibly 27, but that will depend on how the race pans out. We've got the 2B behind, by the way. Sun and Hards is going for medium, so a 2-stop strategy now. I only have mediums left, I don't have hards, so I need to push now. And crucially, Formula Kai on that 1-stop is only a second behind us. So with 10 laps to go, I'd say Kai right now, Formula Kai is sitting in the pound seat, as here comes Ryan Jacobs to Tubi, also trying to use the overtake to try and sneak past. We're going to, again, leave space on the inside. Carbon copy of the first stint where we're both side by side, but I've got DRS and I'm going to get back past on the outside line and make sure we try and stay ahead, although Tubi's still there. This is not ideal. I'll let him go. He's on a fresher medium. We'll see what his pace is like. You risk puncturing. He's jumped me with that. It's a good strat to be fair, but we're going for the Delta. I'm trusting my pace here as well. We need to have a strong last stint. Watch the track limits. Watch the white lines. There we go. Now with that overtake, 2B has actually jumped me for net position, as we're now going to finally box. Wow, that's a better entry before. That was a good in-lap. We gained on Ryan and pulled away from Kai. Now mediums, let's see what sort of pace we have. Wow, this should be an easy stint compared to before. Last stint, I think we've done what? 12 laps, 13 laps? So we had to drag these out. These should be fine now, I'm fresh.
Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres.
Now once again, we rejoin. Last time it was P13, this time we rejoin in P11. Damn it. Could have done with some DRS. Oh well. A little bit far back there, off Alex in the Williams, like DRS would have been great. You can see Tubi has gained a couple of seconds with a 1-lap undercut. Oh my god, the grip. Either way, already on the first lap, purple final sector getting stuck in. Qualifying laps is the requirement now at this stage. Did I get a warning there? Hopefully not. Oh, I did. Shit. Second warning. Can't get any more now. So we're going to have to be careful for the remaining 7 laps. We saw Alex run off at turn 1 as well, so I'm trying to see if I can get this move done now. Tubi isn't that quick. He's not getting away from the Williams, but you can see the Williams has no battery, so we're going to go through on Alex Lamas and we're going to make the pass easily in towards turn 4 down the inside. I don't know if it's a point in PSGL for fastest lap, but that's my audition. Anyway, a lap later, it took me an extra lap because I wasn't having the best exits to really get a clear pass at Tubi. Also, he was actually using battery and it wasn't making it that easy for me, but now finally he decides to let me go. But terrible bit of racecraft. Just let me have the race line. If you want to work together, it's really not ideal when I'm having to take a tight line into the hairpin. I can't stress this enough. When you're trying to work together and you're getting out of the way and you want to let a car by, don't stay on the racing line. Oh, now out of nowhere, the McLaren. Okay, sure.
Okay, clear.
Tubi's teammate has been involved in a crash on a straight. I'll take a freebie, thank you very much. Lovely. Right, we're in. I'll take a charge on this lap. Let them duke it out. And we'll have 3 laps and try and get past as many cars as possible. Now, interestingly, there was no safety car or VSC from that, so it's still going to be a fair fight. Now, we've got the Sauber here who's on old one-stop mediums, I believe. He went for the reverse one-stop hard to medium. And we also caught up to Formula Kai, who's kind of leading this train. And also, we're now back in the lead fight. We've got all these faster guys here ahead. So we're going to go down the inside here, 3 wide into turn 3. But because of our tyre freshness, we're going to find the traction. Not ideal. Bogged down so much there, but fresher tyres. Pays big time. Lovely stuff. McLaren got through as well. Damn it. Not ideal. Right, come on, fellas. Now, we've arrived at the V-Carbs. Kai is struggling. I believe he's missing an end plate, also on very worn tyres. Justin Ertz, his teammate, debating whether to go through, but the DRS games are real right now, and you want to try and be tactical with your overtake approach. Now, we have a full charge heading on to these last 2 laps. We're going to go to the inside here, and again, look for the 3 wide pass down the inside into turn 3. Kai locks the right front. We just get given enough room, but I can't find the traction here. Crap. That really didn't work out. I didn't want the inside line, but I didn't have a choice. I'm backing out of that one. Instead, we're going to go for the little switchback to try and re-overtake the Tubi here. And now we're going to go to the outside of turn 6. What? Did the McLaren try and make that 3 wide or some shit? Now, we'll analyse that in a bit. For now, it's the last lap of the race. I've managed to stay with a few of these cars, and we're still in a points paying position, so we're going to try and lock in here and get this over the line. So you can see Ryan Jacobs and also Neok going side by side. Neok struggling now with those very old medium tyres. We have all this battery to dump, and we're just going to send it down the inside into the last corner. We get the pass done, and now we're racing to the line because of penalties to the cars ahead as we finish just behind Ryan Jacobs. I need to watch it again. I'm not going to comment. I could have sworn we wasn't 3 wide on the entry of the corner, but maybe we were. I didn't feel like we were. And if we were, the McLaren couldn't have been that alongside. Either way, I need to watch how much space I left on the inside. I've probably initiated that. I had no idea the McLaren was there, to be fair. I'm surprised he committed to that. I'm very surprised he went for that. I mean, it's there. The V-Carb opens it up. V-Carb's got wing damage on the inside end plate as well. I feel like I start the incident, but the V-Carb should have backed out, really. I mean, wing damage on a very long one-stopper.
What is this? He doesn't have a front wing. What the fuck is this racecraft?
Now, the McLaren doesn't have any game audio, but I'll talk about the incident now in post. I'm still undecided. I find it really tricky. I think it's probably just a racing incident. I think everyone kind of shares the blame here a little bit. The more I've seen this, the less I feel responsible, I will admit, and maybe I'm being biased, but that's my genuine feeling. I do turn in. I was not aware, we was too wide. And you can see here, Justin Ertz did nothing wrong. He was just running, I believe, none on the battery. So Kai caught up to the back of him and actually hit him in the rear on corner entry, and that allowed me and the McLaren to go either side. So Justin did nothing wrong, and you'll see what I mean here. So Kai actually thought Justin brake checked him on the entry into turn 6, because it will see suddenly how Kai closes up and Justin slows down, but it's because you can see there his light flashing, he's actually in none ERS. So Kai, again, DRS chicken, DRS games, not wanting to overtake because he's got damage on the left front end plate and very old tyres, trying to stay behind, but then suddenly he gets swamped either side. Now I think in this scenario you could say maybe he could back up, but in real time it's very quick. But yeah, damage, old tyres, I don't think he needs to be there. Either way, another POV, the McLaren. This one's really interesting because if you slow it down here, the McLaren, for me, is a bit out of control because he has to react to Kai and Justin kind of slowing down. So here he kind of swerves, but if you pay attention, look at his steering input and the direction he's going in. He's a bit out of control. He's sliding right now. He's drifting, and he corrects the car, but he hasn't quite got it under control. So he actually, for me, goes into this corner with a bit of a drift and a bit of a slide. He's not getting any closer to the apex than this, and he's going to get dirty air from Justin in front, likely understeering wide. So I think everyone got this a bit wrong. On my end, I just genuinely didn't realise we were 3 wide, and I'll explain why in this clip. So you can just about see the red arrows through my webcam box, and I'll try and explain the process. So the first red arrow you see is Tachubi. You can already tell the arrow is a bit further back than what he actually is, which isn't fully accurate. That could be down to the corner itself, but you can see at this point the arrow is like firmly behind me, and as we arrive at the V-carbs is when it all goes wrong. So basically here you'll see Kai's arrow appear and they basically switch. So at this point I am not too sure which arrow is which. I don't know if Kai backed out or the McLaren backed out. I can't see to my left, but I turn in only seeing that arrow you can see on my left side. There's one a bit further back, you can just see in the top right of the webcam box, but it's quite far back, so I'm not thinking he's anywhere near alongside. So I turn in and bam, that's where the contact happened. So I could have taken a slightly wider line, but that's all I could have done. I really think it's a tricky one to call, but the more I watch, the less I feel I'm to blame from that. So because all I could have done was just turn in a little bit later, but based off of that, there's no guarantee we were going to make it anyway. Well, there we go, race finished, and definitely interesting to say the least. No stewards' verdicts as of right now. This is currently post-race, me recording this one, but P6 on the line. We benefit from a few penalties to other drivers. We could have at least got P3 because Justin Ertz finished P3, and that was exactly where we were battling with the V-carbs, and who knows what could have happened in the last few laps had we got through. So yeah, I'm a little bit frustrated. I want to hear your thoughts on the incident, guys. I will have put in or edited in and shown different perspectives, angles, but I really want to see what you guys think and make a fair assessment. No hate in the comments, just, you know, objective analysis. Either way, it's not great. P6, work to be done. So we go again next time, guys. If you enjoyed the episode, then please do smash the like button. I stream these every Thursday on my Twitch, so link down below, guys. Go follow, go check it out. In the meantime, huge shout out to my channel members, guys, for supporting the content. Check out the 2 videos on screen. Also, I recommend checking out Discord, link down below as well, to get notified when those streams go live. Anyway, guys, take care, and let's go back from me. Ciao, ciao.